Hello everybody, I am Evan and welcome back to a Scratch tutorial on how to make a Dodge high score game. So in this episode I'm planning on trying to make a cool background and stuff and things happening in the background while you're playing, and also a menu. So we'll start by making a backdrop. We'll make it a pretty plain one. This will just be, I'll just call it gameplay. This will be our gameplay background. And in fill, I'm just gonna make it red. Make it a slightly darker red though. Alright, so we can try that. And that's just kind of how you can fill the screen. You can also just set it to bitmap and just do fill. But that's fine, we'll just do that. Vector is better, so. But for things like this, it doesn't actually matter. But just in case you want to add some more details, vector is better for that, so. We'll do it that way. Alright, so now it's just one color, but we want some things to happen. I'm thinking of having like some little bubbles. So, in order to do this, we can just kind of draw a little bubble here. I'll make it white like that. And, oh, let's not do that. And all it needs to really be is just like a little bubble, and you can just have that there. Okay, that's pretty good. And we can just hide that. This will be our bubble. You can also make it better if you want, but that's good for me. And to make these things just kind of randomly appear, we're going to do when I receive start. Then we'll do a forever loop. Whoops. Forever, and we're going to do wait 1 second and create clone of myself, and that will be good. Actually, that's not going to be frequent enough. What we're actually going to do is just kind of repeat however many bubbles we want, create clone of myself. Good. When I start as a clone, then forever. So these bubbles, these 10 bubbles that I'm making here, are just going to keep on appearing and disappearing. So they are going to go to a random position. Okay, so they're going to hide and go to a random position. And then set size to 0%. Show. They're going to repeat. And we're going to do a pick random. We're going to pick random from 1 to 10, I say. And change size. Nope. Change size by 10. We'll do that to 5. That'll be good. And we can also make this repeat 5 to 10, I think. And then we're going to do repeat pick random. Yeah, whatever. No, we're going to do repeat until then instead of this. Repeat until size. Hold on. Where is size? Size is less than 1. We're going to do change size by -5. That'll be good. And then that will work, hopefully. Okay, so seem to not really work. But we also want to make it so that it goes to the back layer. Okay, so when it starts as a clone, it's supposed to do it forever. But instead it just stays there. Oh. Okay, so now the minimum size is 100. Okay. There we go. So now it works. That's exactly what we wanted. So yeah, as you can see, now the bubbles will go around. However, I want to do a wait. No, this would be after hide. Wait, pick random, 0 to 0.1 seconds. There we go. So now there will be bubbles, just like that, and that looks fairly decent. Now obviously it does not really make any sense to have a cat here inside of lava, but you know what? who cares about logic? Yeah, but you know, I don't really feel like changing the sprite right now, so there's that. It's now a cat in lava. It's pretty good. So, that works. Now we want to make a menu. So in order to do that, all we really need to do is make a new sprite for a start thing. We're just going to set the saturation to 100. Actually, no, we'll make the text black, sure. And all we need to do is, well, first of all, actually, what we need to do is make the actual button. Which to do that, I'm going to just set the, this is not going to be a very pretty button, but it'll be the button nonetheless. That's already all that matters, so it's pretty good. And that's a pretty good size, I think. And then we could just set the text to black as well and put start in it. You know, you can do whatever you want though. And we're going to move it to the bottom and set X to 0. That's pretty good. Now that will look quite nice indeed, I think. Alright, so this is going to be the start button. Yeah, so you could just get your own button, whatever. And then, yeah, so inside of this, really the main thing that it is under events, when the sprite clicked broadcast start. So then in stage where we have this, we could just get rid of that. That's good. And then also hide when I receive start, or no, when it broadcasts start. And then when I receive, and we'll make a new one called menu. When I receive menu, then it's just going to show. That is good. And for all of these things, it is basically going to need to set, or no, when the, where is it? Okay, so inside of player, instead of stop all, we're going to replace that with broadcast menu. And inside of this, we're going to do when I receive menu, hide, and also under control, stop all, except for stop all, we're going to do stop other scripts and sprite. That way it'll look good. And also, just because of the cat, or the fact that it's a cat, we're also going to clear graphics effects, but you don't have to do it for every single one of them. Now all you have to do is do this, and in every one of them, just like this, just put them in everything. That is good. So there, and we also don't need to clear graphics effects really on these ones, so I'm gonna get rid of that right there. There. Alright, so now when I receive, okay, so then in stage we're going to put one flag clicked, broadcast menu. That's good. Okay, so now the problem is the player is not appearing. So we're just gonna say when I receive start, show. Actually, no, we're gonna do that after it does all of that. There. That works. Alright, sweet. Now it starts again. However, I think that the bubble should just go whenever, honestly. So instead of when I receive start, this is actually just going to be when flag clicked, because it's just gonna keep going. There we go. So that happened in the menu as well. Alright, good. Oh, whoops. Yeah, so that looks pretty good, I think. And also, when I do die, you'll see in a second, as soon as I end up dying, it goes back to the menu. That is good. Okay, so I'll just try it again. And this time, whoa is, okay, so the fireballs seem to be coming way too often now. The problem is that the clones never actually delete themselves, so the problem with that is they just kind of hide, which means they never get deleted, which means when it starts again, they are also creating fireballs, so that means that there are even more fireballs coming. We don't want that, so inside of these, we're going to delete this clone after I receive menu, after it stops all the other scripts in Sprite. Just put delete this clone. And that should work just fine. So now, once we die and respawn, we won't get any, you know, extra fireballs spawning that shouldn't be spawning, you know. Okay, and 1, 0. Okay. So yeah, once it starts, as you can see, there's still only one spawning at a time. It's pretty good. Okay, so that works now. The next thing that we want to do is, well, actually, we pretty much did everything that we wanted to do here. So we obviously should make it so that it's kind of like another thing. So there's going to be gameplay and also menu. And just for organization purposes, I'm going to put the menu beforehand. And in here, we're also going to say, I don't know, Dodge Highscore tutorial, since that's the name of the project. You could just put whatever you want. You could change the font, I think. Well, you used to be able to change the font. I don't actually, oh yeah, here it is. So if you actually have the text selected, you can change the font. Yeah, we'll do this. Honestly, I'm not a very big fan of, like, you know, these crappy textures, but it seems to fit arcade games pretty well, I'd say. So there's no center aligning, unfortunately, so you're just gonna have to make do with kind of guessing where the center is, but that's good. Yeah, so I'm gonna move that down towards the center more, and that's good. Okay. Now we've got it, that, and we're going to say when I receive a menu, switch backdrop to menu, and duplicate that, and say when I receive start, switch backdrop to gameplay. And that way, that should work just fine, as well as if we start it. Yep, okay. And now if we end up dying, if we ever do die, because I suck at dying, at the earlier stages anyway. Oh, no, come here. When I'm trying to die, I dodge a lot. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, as you can see, the menu comes up. Perfect, that's exactly what we want. Okay, good. What did I even just say? I don't know, but there, it's done now. So now we've got our nice little menu. I don't have any music, but if you want to play music throughout the game, you can just kind of do a nice little forever under this thing here and just say play sound whatever until done. And there's even switch and or pitch, I mean, in pan left to right. I didn't even know that there was pan left to right. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, so that's pretty cool that you can do that. I literally didn't even know that. But also you can say, like, if it's in the menu, then set volume down to like 50 or something. When it's in the game, set it to 100. You can do that. But I think that that is good. We are, yeah, as you can see, there's that. A little bit loud, but yeah, just to kind of show show that it works, we can get a new sound. Okay, this one sounds pretty good. So we're just gonna play sound, dance, energetic until done. As you can see, or hear, I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah, the sound went up, so that's good. And if we die, then yeah, the volume would go down. The next thing we want to do, obviously, is make it so that there's a high score. Now, if you're not a scratcher yet, this won't work for you. But if you are a scratcher, you can make cloud variables. So you could just make it called Highscore, make it a cloud variable, and then we could, I guess, just put it underscore. Alright, so if you aren't a scratcher and can't do cloud variables, you could just make a non-cloud variable just to make sure that it works. But under stage, I'm just gonna say when I receive menu. Oh wait, we have one already. We're gonna say if, and then we're gonna do a greater than, and in this one it's gonna be score greater than Highscore. Move that over. Set Highscore to score. Alright, that's good. So we are now going to just, oh yeah, so as you can see the score is already set. That's cool. Now let's see if we get higher than 141. Alright, well, I mean, we got higher, way higher, so I'm just gonna try to die now so that I don't get too high of a score. Okay, so there we go. We got, as you can see, it went back. And also, something I completely forgot to do was actually make it so that you can die from the big fireballs as well. So we're just gonna do that. We're just gonna duplicate this. Oh, nope. Oh, there we go. And we're gonna get rid of this one. Put the OR loop inside of it. Not loop, it's not a loop. What am I saying? And put that to big fireball. Okay, there. That works. So now the game is playable. However, I want to show you a few other things as well. And one of those things is going to be setting, instead of big fireball, we're going to copy the normal fireball and duplicate. We're going to organize it by moving this to where the other fireballs are. And we're going to say, it's going to be called the heal fireball. This is going to be a good fireball. So yeah, you can make helpful things. It's just going to be the same here, except, well, first of all, it's just always going to wait the same amount of time, I think. It's going to wait 15 seconds, I'd say. Also does not need to change the score. Okay, so, under heal fireball, what we're going to do is make, I'd say another when I start as a clone. Just that's a bit easier, to do. So we're gonna say when I start as a clone, forever if, and then we're gonna say touching player, then it's going to change, change health by, I'd say 3, and then delete this clone. So obviously you could change health by whatever you want. And if we actually just lower this down to like 3 seconds, just so that it comes more often, and then we could set this at the scores back to setting it to 0. That made no sense what I just said, but you know, that's fine. And I think I'd like the health at 10, actually. Alright, there we go. So we should hopefully get it soon. Alright, so we probably got it one of those times, but we're gonna have to set this to a different color. So I'm gonna go ahead and just set color effect to, and I'm gonna go test this out now. Alright, so I got the color right. And now it should actually look different if we just start this off. There we go. So yeah, my health went up. Now I don't know if you can still hear me or not, but I'm going to get rid of this just so that, you know, we don't have music playing. So yeah. Alright, sweet. It heals you. That's good. However, what if you don't want it to be able to go past the maximum health? And in order to fix that, all you're gonna do is do an if after it changes the health, and you don't put the delete this clones out of it. And if we're gonna do a greater than, health is greater than, and then you just type in your maximum health minus 1. So I'm gonna say my maximum health is 10. So then it'll be 9. Because that'll be if it's 10 or more. Then it's going to set health to the max health, which is 10. that should be good. If we lose a bit of health, so we're at 9 health, now we're at 10 by hitting the thing. So it works. So that's just if you want to have a max health. That is good. Okay, so there's really not a whole lot else. If you want to add more stuff, you obviously can. But yeah, a lot of the game now is just kind of testing it out, or a lot of the game development, sorry. It's just kind of testing it out, seeing what fits best with your game, and making sure that it's not too easy or too hard. It's like, for instance, yeah, we're gonna make it so that it comes like every 10 seconds, I'd say. And then, yeah, we could start that. So now it shouldn't come as often. That'll be good. We can also change some stuff in the background if we really wanted to. We could also add more power-ups. So I'd say we should add some power-ups, and that's going to be in the form of not things that go across the screen, but instead a bomb that will clear all of the projectiles. So we're just going to paint a new sprite and make a little bomb. Okay, so I have my little bomb here, and this is going to be a collectible. So this is going to be bomb, and all this is going to do is, first of all, we're going to make a variable called bombs, and we'll just put that right next to health. That is good. And all we really need to do then is make it so that events, when I receive, no, not menu. Okay, so we're actually going to drag in this stuff right here. That be just because we could do that, and also this. And also this. Alright, that's good. And now when I start as a clone, when touching player is going to change bombs by 1 and delete this clone. And also it's just going to go to a random position and show. Good. So it'll just kind of stay there until you collect it. You can also make it so that if you, instead of forever, you could do repeat however many times. I can't really give you an exact number of times per second, but that way you could say if you only want it to stay there for a little bit, you can do that as well. That's an easy way to do it, but I'm gonna make it so that it stays there. Actually, no, I'm not. Yeah, so we're gonna do repeat, and then delete this clone afterwards. We could just kind of try it out here. Alright, so 10 is obviously not enough. 100. Uh-oh. Alright, 100 does not seem to be enough. So, there is a problem, and that is the fact that depending on your frame rate, this will be different. So, instead of using this repeat method, we are going to do forever, that's fine. And we're also going to duplicate this. Actually, we didn't need to do that. Never mind. We're going to do another when I start as a clone. Then wait, I don't know, 10 seconds, so you have 10 seconds. Yeah, that's fine. And then we're going to repeat 3 and basically do the same thing that we did here. And then we're just going to drag this in, so it's just going to be nice little repeat 3, so it goes to effect to 100, so it goes to effect to 0. And that should be good. So then it'll kind of tell you, and then we could drag the delete this clone that I had here into that. That way, when it is a clone, it'll stay there for 10 seconds, but you'll see, come on, and there we go, it'll disappear. And now I'm gonna make it so that it stays there for slightly less, like 8 seconds. That'll be good. That's good, and that's fine. Okay, so that way you can have bombs. And then the other thing is that we're gonna say when key space pressed, because that's gonna be the control to use the bombs, then if greater than in there, if bombs is greater than 0, then it's going to change bombs by -1, and also broadcast bomb. Whoops. Bomb. Alright, that way, when I receive bomb, it's just going to delete this clone, and we'll just do that in all of these except for the heal one, because we don't want that to get destroyed by a bomb. Alright, that's good. Alright, so when we get a bomb, then I can show you how this will work. Okay, so here we go. Now, when we get to a good point, I can show you. Press space. They're all going to disappear. Now, not all of them disappeared. I'm not sure why. But, yeah, most of them do. Alright, there we go. So now they're all disappearing. And the bombs go down. Cool. It works. And we don't have any bombs. It's not going to work. That is exactly what we want. And also I just realized now why the one did not disappear, and that is because it was a healing one. So unfortunately there's not really a whole lot of differentiation between these, so I'm gonna make this side, make it like slightly bigger, and I can also maybe change like I don't know, something effect. Yeah, we could do a brightness like to 30. Not 30. No. Yeah, 30. We'll do that there. Just that it's slightly different than the rest of these, because right now it looks too similar that you can't really see at a glance the difference between them. Okay, so that is good. So now we've got bombs and stuff. So for right now, that is the end of this tutorial series. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments or in my Discord server, which I'll also have linked. Otherwise, though, it is done. So thank you for following these tutorials, and if you enjoyed them, please tell me if you have any suggestions or any help, or if you need help. Tell me as well, ask me, and I will try to help you the best I can. So thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial series. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment in the section below. Subscribe to me if you're not already for more videos, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.